Oh, I'm very glad that we have so beautiful and interesting conference here. And I heard very much from you also about Estonians, what's happened in camps, DP camps and this on. And I am wondering that Baltic countries, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, before it, we said 50 years ago or 60 years ago and 70 years ago, we haven't nothing connection with this question about our refugees. We did at home our work very much. We have also archives. I see all the time archives, and people don't know nothing out of. So our society is not informed about that, what's happened. Of course, I said in my presentation why it is, because of Soviet time we can't to speak about that. And you said also in camp they can't to say, you know, it was also, of course, shocks that time. So how do you think we will improve it in every three countries together, it more, maybe? How it is possibilities, or what we have to do, what we are working together as a Baltic chain, for instance.
Aš supratai, ką mes galime ateityje padaryti, kad kuo daugiau žinotume apie tuos asmenis, kartu ką veikti, nu, šviesti, tiesiog šviesti visuomenę, turbūt.
Gal reikėtų, aš lietuviškai kalbėsiu, man bus patogiau, gal pirmiausia reikėtų tikrai pasižiūrėti, kokie buvo junginiai mūsų trijų, reiškia, Baltijos šalių, Lietuvių, Latvijos, Estojų. Aš kaip pavyzdį pranešime sakiau. Štai, bet pavyzdžiui, moterys, jos neatkūrinėjo, nes buvo prieš karą Lietuvos moterų taryba. Latvijos matyti irgi buvo. Jos iškart sumastė, kad, reiškia, Baltijos šalys susivienijusios problemą tą pačią turi, teisingai. Daugiau pasieks, kai bus suplaktos šitos mūsų jėgos. Ir dabar, jeigu mes pasižiūrime, žiūrėkit, ir Baltijos universitetas turime, vėliau, žiūrėkit, susikūrė susivienijus ten Altui su atitinkamomis, reiškia, Amerikos lietuvių organizacijomis, Latvių, Estų, sukūrimas jungtinis, reiškia, vėlgi toksai Baltijos fondas.
Stop, because she have to...
Well, at first we have to pay attention to connections between Baltic, for example, you also speak about women organizations inside this, that camps, other interconnections, various organizations, culture, university. Toliau.
Ir toliau, dabar jeigu įmame atitinkamos pasaulio lietuvių bendruomenė, Estų ir Latvių, taip pat susivienyje. World Baltic Conference, tokia organizacija susikūrė.
Yes. And we have a lot of examples of common activity, common organizations of Baltic Estonians, Latvians, Lithuanians in emigration, starting from displaced camps.
Štai va, dabar jeigu mes pažiūrim, DPs laikotarpiu, tai va tikrai šaunuolės Baltijos moterys paskelbė deklaraciją tokią ir apeliuoja jos labai moteriškai, reiškia, į pasaulio moteris, kad jos įtakotų savo antrasias pusės, kurie yra, sakykime, politikai, kad būtų atkreiptas lietuvių.
Apie dabartį mums daugiau reikia, kaip čia nais.
O dabar toliau paimam, 60-ieji metai, čia aš liūdėjau kaip 60-ieji metai susikūrusios organizacijos pirmą kartą kreipėsi į Europos parlamentą, 60-ais dar, čia įsivaizduojat, ir tas atsakas vėlgi būna, tai 60-ais pirmiausia paskelbė, kad Baltijos šalių, reiškia, neteisėta okupacija Europos parlamente, jau susivienijęs tas vadinamas. Toliau tas tęsiasi, žinot, 83 metais, antras etapas ir vėlgi labai svarbi deklaracija. Kas iš to matosi? Matosi, kad jeigu mes suvienijam jėgas, Baltijos tautos, ir vakarų toks matyti savotiškas pageidavimas buvo, kad šitos trys valstybės turėtų savo vieną liniją ir vieningai kovoti.
In 1960s, in 1983, we have common activities of Baltic immigration organizations that we see a great reflection in international community, international press. So Juozas going to that conclusion that in nowadays, if we act together, we are better, stronger power in international community, in European Union. So emigration, displaced persons, this activity, common activity, shows us how we can be strong in our unity is our strongness.
Ir jeigu dabarties reiktų, žiūrėkit, kitais metais, 25 metai, 75 metai Helsinkio aktas, taip yra jubiliejus. Vėlgi, pasirašant Helsinkio aktą į Helsinkį, tomis dienomis nuvyksta baltiečiai. Ir Latvija, Estai. Ir ten ima protestą, kad pasirašomas šalių, tai jis roja šitom šalims, suprantat, jie liūdė, kad čia yra Baltijos šalių problema neįspręsta.
Also, next year we'll have commemoration of Helsinki Pact. It's very important for Baltic countries and appraisal of occupation questions because our dissidents and migration based on this pact to raise occupation questions. But when this act was implementing, signed, the Baltic were not taking part in this. So it's like it's not the question of Baltic is not included, but it's not true. So it's very important to see that unity, our voice became out louder when we act together.
Taigi va, mes beje 50-metį neminėti. Toliau, po 10 metų, 85 metai, kas vyksta Baltijos laisvės žygis, būtent Baltijos jūra žymusis, taip? Baltijos tribunolas Kopenhagoje 85 metais. Vėlgi Baltijos šalys, kai susivienė, jos labai puikiai pateikė savo, reiškia, tą problematiką ir jas išgirsta.
In 1985, a Baltic trip around Baltic Sea. Koks ten dar?
85 čia.
Koks ten dar? Kas ten dar?
Ir Kopenhagos.
On the boat way.
Copenhagen trip. Yes, then cruises.
As a prisoners.
Yes. So we have a lot of examples how
next
we
year.
can. Yes. So we have a lot of examples how we can act together and how it's important and effective.
So we have to do a new project.
Yeah. We can take strength, energy, strength from the past, from common activity. We have examples.
Yes,
how
why not? Because then people saw this, what was and how was. For example, I was in museum and I saw these little boats, and I asked for myself if I have this power to go to a sea. Yeah, I said that no, I'm afraid. They had to afraid so much with Soviet terrorism or terror or what is that. So they did it with little children. That's really, we don't know about what they thought or how.
What they felt, what atmosphere of what is going on that forced to live despite the fear to
yes. Yes, and the other thing is, we don't think if we are now comparing with the Ukraine, for instance, they had government, they have president, they have all things, only they have also war. But this time we have nothing in Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, nothing, and people had to decide it. What to do? They was 4 years, they thought that it's ended, that so all is going better way and so on. And now they had nothing. And they was in stress, absolutely. Could you imagine which stress they had? Yeah. To leave, don't want it to leave, and this was, nobody's know about that.
It's very tragic, it's difficult
and we
period,
have to speak proof that to go. No, it's only history. History, yes, but if you are not speaking about history, you don't know about that.
It's personal history. I think it's very important to speak about personal tragedy history, individual history, because it touches more than we speak about 5,000 Lithuanians ran away. But when we speak about specific history, about person, about Merkys, you look different at this subject. It's very important. It's nowadays history, I think, to go not to speak about statistic, but about person in history, because it touches more when you know about his pain, joy, tragedy. I think
and
we
family,
should go. Family, yes.
If you don't know what 20 years, what's happened with your sister or mother, they can't write nothing. They didn't know where they are. That's a really big tragedy. And if I did interviews, I did more than 100 interviews. I feel it, and why I started also this to do step by step. But anyway, we have now to think very well how to show it more widely, because it is also European memory, and how to show inside of our communities, because as the person who said that, oh yes, president go, yes, it's a president. Government in Estonia not doing nothing. I don't know how you have in Lithuania this, but it is only as archive things, not and your work in conference, but how it takes to all our history together, because it is also part of our history, but we don't know about that very much, or we don't spoke it because we can't to spoke.
I think it's important to go to school to children, because older generation now knows something more or less, something. But I think young generation, especially when we speak about Ukraine war, when the coming immigrants to us, it's more actual, and it's more, even if we can compare.
For instance,
or something
we are
different
doing this. Every year we have very much schools. We was now in Haapsalu on the west coast of Estonia, then in Tallinn, in Tartu, no, but maybe somebody is going. But I think that we spoke, and we have to think about that. And thank you very much, really, very interesting, because I saw very much Estonian things. They are so close to each other, also in the camps. So, but we don't know what your part is thinking, Latvian part is thinking, and they maybe don't see any time with photos. It's maybe only you have. You know, with changing of information, it could be very good.
Bigger picture of
bigger picture.
Picture.
That's true.
More specific, more colors in that picture.
So many happy for you with maybe we started to do, and new books is coming on.
Yeah.
Yes. Very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.